and basically matching the two sides of a proxy connection. So I'm just going to log in and use Outlook via a CVPN. So here's a user connecting in. I'm going to go into clientless access, and I'm going to simply run Outlook. Outlook in this case has SSO configured, so it has logged me in, which if I move this out of the way, you'll see that I am user 1 logged in. This happens to be my client IP, and this happens to be the VIP that I have hit. This is some other information I put here because you'll see when I go to the diagnostics, you'll see this show up. Okay, so I'm going to go to my other screen, and here we have the NetScaler. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into System, Diagnostics. On the bottom of this, you see TCP connections. And this is the little trick here. If you do client-server link mapping, it basically shows you both sides of the flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my other screen because this TCP connection may have stopped in this few seconds. I'm just going to reload this so that I make sure I have a connection. I'm going to quickly go to my other screen, hit continue, and let's look for this particular info here. All right, so if you see connecting to 111, it's this right here. So the fact is, what has happened is this particular screen, because right here it says client server link mapping true, it's showing the two sides of the proxy connection right now. My client device is this IP, has connected to this IP as the VIP, the internet facing VIP. But then, because of the NetScaler doing its proxy function, this is the outbound traffic from the back of the NetScaler, I like to describe it as, toward the server, right? So this is the SNP, the 172.30.200.1, and it has sent this traffic to an Exchange server to show me that page on, this .34 address. So this is a really cool way to be able to see both sides of this without having to go into the logs. You can also, when you specify this check mark here, you can also do this and specify certain things. So if you wanted to narrow down in the million connections that you may have, specific source IPs, you can do that. Right? You can even get down to a specific URI and the various things that you can use our policy structure if you want to narrow this down. Right? The quickest thing to narrow down is probably just the IP address. Right? But the point is, this is what shows you that information. All right, so if you notice now, my connection is probably not here, or actually it is, let's see, it is still here. So these are the two sides of the connection.